Hi, everybody. This is Akuda. I am so blessed to be joined by Ray Chandran today, and just a little bit about Ray, because really I could tell you a full book on him. He has done so much incredible work on this planet. Ray has been on a path to self-discovery for more than 3 decades, and through the experience of insight, he gained his own self-discovery. He's developed many platforms and insights to share his work. Ray leads workshops all over the world. I mean, there's not a continent that you have not been on. And his main work at the present moment is in the activation of quantum DNA and understanding the many layers of DNA, which not only exist in the physical body, but also in other realities. He conducts regular workshops on sound healing and activating the healing energy in the palms of your hands. Galactic Shaktipat, we will talk about, and the self-realization through the Maha Kundalini. He is author of 8 books, DNA of the Spirit, Volume 1 and 2, Partnering with Angels, Angels and Ascension, Dance of Hands, Rumi's Poems, and the 33 Keys of Ascension and Healing Symbols. And Ray, I just want to tell you that before you came on, when I sometimes receive light language through my hands, like I start writing, and there was just a message of divine grace for you. Like you have many lineages of divine grace throughout your lifetimes, and every time we meet, I usually cry because there is such grace to you, and it is such a pleasure to have you here. And welcome.
Thank you, Holly. It's also my great joy to connect to all the souls through you, for you are creating a beautiful platform for others to walk in and be the change. We as a human species at this time are at a crossroad. When we increase our light within ourselves, we're increasing the light on planet Earth. And I believe that no matter what we see on the planet at this time, we can make a difference. One fully awakened person can affect more than 22,000 people. We just need to reach a critical mass. If you look at the world population, we have almost 8 billion people. We just need 4% of the 8 billion. It's around 160 million plus. That's all we need to make a difference on the planet. We are almost around 100 million people at this time. We need a little bit more. And we can change. And we must change. Right now, if you look at the world, it's like the Pandora's box has been opened up. Every country, there's a great political turmoil, religious extremism in every country, including India, intolerance towards others. But we all say we are a democratic country. But democracy means allowing the other person to have their own thoughts or views on religion or anything else without being violent. But we do not allow that to happen. This Pandora's box will remain open till 2038, another 20 more years. But how can we go through this period? By maintaining our own inner balance. That is by working on ourselves. I always tell people all the time, no matter, we want peace, we march for peace. But if you march for peace with anger in our heart, it will not make any difference. We want to be the change we want to see in ourselves first. As a human being, we are given millions and billions of moments to recreate ourselves in each moment. This is why it is called present moment. Present. A present given to you by yourself. It is called present. Present. Who sent it to you? Your own divine soul. For the soul, knowingness is not enough. The soul knows everything. The soul needs to experience the knowing. So the soul will create billions of moments for you to experience the knowingness. But to experience this knowingness, you need to have another person with whom you can experience. For example, if you know you are a compassionate person or you are a generous person, but how can this knowing be an experience? You need to take action by being generous. So your soul will call another soul to come into your life. So you can take an action which explains or demonstrates your generosity. So you will call for a soul. It could be a stranger, a grandmother, a relative who will come and say, Holly, can I borrow some money? Or today you are just stepping out of your apartment, you see a beggar. Ma'am, can I have a few dollars? And you will say, I have never seen a beggar in my apartment building. But you call them forth. At the higher self level, in these two beautiful things happen. You have an opportunity to express the divinity within you by expressing this part, and the beggar gave you an opportunity. Both of you wins. That's why it is said. God said, I have sent you nothing but angels. But you will just not recognize this till the last moment of your life, when you will see how each person played the perfect part for you to create your perfect mosaic. So my thing to ask all of you is, what is your gift to the world today? Who are you this moment? The great teacher Mahatma Gandhi said, my life is my message. What is your message to the world today? Every thought you have is creative. Every word is manifestation of the thought. Every action is manifestation of the thought and the words. If you were to leave this planet this moment, what's your gift to the world? Every moment. The way you live your life is a demonstration of who you are through your words, thoughts, actions. So this is the purpose of life, to recreate yourself every moment, the highest good of who you are. Now, the second thing I wish to just touch on the subject is the peace. Our soul seeks peace always and freedom. But peace is a choice. Like love is a choice. People say, I fell in love because I felt feeling for this person. Everything in life is a choice. In one of the temples in Japan, in Kyoto, called Sanju Sangangaya, there are Buddhist statues of Lord Buddha in 111 numbers, all standing 7 feet tall. And each of the face has a different expressions. So Buddha said, there are totally 112 emotions existing simultaneously at one moment. If you are aware, we can choose to express what emotion. So who do you think you are today And what do you want to express yourself today? Which emotion you want to experience today? Life is the choice. Every moment. If you look at our present life, we are we are created, or we have created ourselves with all the choice we have made so far and all the choice we had not made so far. So choose every moment who you want to be. In choosing, you define yourself. Sometimes you will choose to be angry. Angry is not a wrong thing. Sometimes you have to be assertive. Sometimes you have to be generous. Sometimes to be firm. Sometimes to be silent. In choosing, you define yourself and you come to a middle ground. Why it's important to choose and embrace all aspects of ourselves? Because many times, especially the New Age community, there's a big thing going on. Stay in your heart, stay in your heart. But stay in your heart with wisdom. Sometimes we have to be strong and firm, is it not? Sometimes we have to be tough. Sometimes you don't have to go to war to create peace. The challenge is how to live through this dichotomy. So we as a human being puts on different caps, different times. But once we know there's a consequence for every cap we put, we will do then create only the highest good for us and highest good for all people who are affected by our creation. Now, this is one of the things we as a human being does not recognize. What we do, what we create, has a consequence on other people all the time. But do we really think about it? Or will we say only this is highest good for me? No, we must. Every action we create has a consequence. It can touch up to 7 generations of people. Let me just give you a simple, brief example. Let's say you are a boss or you are in a place of authority in a company or anything. Let's say you are running a small business, you have 5 employees, but one employee you just does not like for any reason, you just did not like the person's personality or you just did not like this person. And you know you have the authority over him and you ask this person to leave the company. Of course, sometimes the company has let people go if the company is not doing good or restructuring. But just out of grudge or just not like this person, you ask this person to leave. What happened then? This person may have a family, a wife and kids. Immediately, there's a problem, financial problem. No money to go to school maybe a couple of months later. Mortgage becomes problem. Car loan becomes problem. The social standing of the wife comes down in the community among her friends. In extreme cases, the family may take life, they may kill themselves, or they are driven out of their homes. So what happens then? This boss who fired this person will have the consequence of the karmic energy of all these other persons, including the children. The children might have had a blueprint to become a doctor or engineer or something else. But just by your one action, you change their life plan. Especially if they have committed themselves or they have killed themselves. Tremendous karma. How your one word, one line that you just firing, you are fired, affected all these people's lives. That's why when we take action, we must always ask, is it the highest good for me? Highest good for every person who is affected by this action? And is it the highest good for dear Mother Earth? If you are able to make a choice from this level, it will be in alignment with your divinity. Come back into your soul. Your soul is part of God. That's why Master Jesus said, stand still and know that you are God. You are God, Goddess indeed. We are a spiritual being having a human body experience. So if you always relate to say, I am my body, then you will create experience relating to body. But if you say, I am my soul, you will create soul experience. Now, your soul is connected to every soul. The soul does not get cut off. For example, the soul of holy is through you, inside of you, in every cell of you, but over you, extending to the next person, next person, next person. So let us look at a big tree. Have you seen a big tree which has many branches? And from the branches, other trees are forming. The roots are entangled. And from one tree, we'll have many other trees attached to it. Especially if you go to Hawaii, you will see huge trees. So where is the cutoff point? There is no cutoff point. We are all connected. That's why it is always said, what you do for others, you are doing for yourself. If there's one message, I just want to leave this message to you. When you lose the sight that every human being is a sacred human being, you lose the greatest insight. When you start looking at every human being as a sacred being, and you are a sacred being, you would treat them differently. The indigenous cultures of many lands talk about the sacredness. Come back to this place within yourself. Like the great poet Rumi once said, I looked for him in the mosque. I looked for him in the church. I looked for him in the temple. I did not find. I looked within myself and I found me. I found the God within me. Come back. One other thing which I wish to touch is there are many healing modalities now all over the world. New, faster, better methods. But one thing to remember, it's very difficult for human being to change their perspective on life or their belief systems or their thought patterns. If you want to make a change, you must bring the change in the physical body. Only when you make change in the physical body, the mental body can be shifted. If you tell people, change your mind, change your thought, very difficult. Change your belief system, how difficult it is. Change the patterns, very difficult. But when you change it in the physical body, naturally there will be change in all this. Come back into the body. Now, if you look at the teachers, there are many teachers in the world, but there are three significant teachers who made a big contribution and their work still exists in the world. Master Yeshua, Jesus, Master Muhammad, and Master Buddha. But they all had specific teachings. Master Jesus talked about the heart and forgiveness and love. Buddha talked about the wisdom and the mind. Muhammad talked about the soul, but nobody talked about the body. Because you can only experience this in the physical body. Come back into the body. Your body is made up of Mother Earth, who has the greatest wisdom. Your body is made up of the elements. which contain all the secrets of the universe itself. Come back into the body. Talk to your body. When was the last time you talked to your body? Your body has great wisdom, and your body lives in the present moment. Come back into the body. Communicate to the body. The body will tell you what it needs, what color it needs, what food it needs, what energy. Ask the body what I need to let go, what I need to integrate. Now let us say you are hungry and say, what should I eat for lunch? Your brain does not have any wisdom. It's just an old calculating machine. Your brain will bring forth the taste about all the foods you ate. And you will say, I want to eat this sandwich. I want to have this something. But if you ask your body, what should I eat now? The body will have a different answer. The divinity can only be experienced in the physical body. Come back into the body. Bless the body. Thank the body. Your body is made up of earth, wind, water, fire, and the ether. But the highest component in your body is water. Who controls the water? If you look at our planet, we have more water than land. And who has the most influence? It is water. So the most important force in the human body is the force of the moon within you. Connect to the moon spirit. If you were to pray, pray to the spirit of moon. The spiritual name of moon is La Banaha. When you call your spirit name, La Banaha, the spirit name of the moon, moon will come to you. For moon is the one who makes your heart beat. Moon is the one who makes your eyelashes blink, your nails grow. So most important force in your body is the force of the moon. Your bones contain the memories. Your bones produce bone marrow. Communicate to the bones. It's written even in the Bible. God told Ezekiel, prophecy to the bones. Your bones contains your secrets. This is why in Tibetan Buddhism, when people die, after the flesh is eaten by the animals, they smash the bones into a paste. Because you cannot have true healing unless you release all the dense energy from the bones. And as you know, the bone does not deteriorate even after many years of death. It carries karmic energy and all other information which you have gathered this lifetime. How can you communicate to your bones? Simple. Sing to your bones. Your voice is the most precious voice, precious sound for your soul. Sing to your bones. And what do you sing? Your name. Simple. For example, Akroda or anything, holy, whatever. Sing H-A-O-L-L-Y. Take vertically. And imagine H-O-L-L-Y standing vertically. When you sing to the bones, The bones feel acknowledged. When you acknowledge something, they acknowledge you back. That's a very simple thing, is it not, sister? When you show love to somebody, you will feel acknowledged by love, is it not? So when you sing to the bones is, my master in me is now finally acknowledging me, and I will acknowledge the master. And they start releasing their secrets. So you want to know yourself, come back into the body, communicate with the body, singing to the body, massaging the body, and of course, most important, honoring the body. Now, one thing to remember, what is your blueprint? What's the meaning of blueprint? How are you, or how were you created? If you were to look at a house, before it's constructed, they're drawing a blueprint, is it not? The whole universe is made of sacred geometry. And you as human being is made up of sacred geometry. This is much deeper than the chakras. You are created using sacred geometric patterns. You came from one cell, is it not? This cell is round. Cell became two, is it not? It became Vesica Pisces. Two became four, a square. Four became eight. So there is geometry in the physical body. This is why when you see sacred images, it talks to your body. When you see beautiful colors, it replenishes the color within you. So work with the beautiful images, sacred colors, and there can be healing. What feeds your soul? You will say love. Yes. But what is the food for your soul? It is colors. It is not the colors of the personality we are talking. Colors feed the soul. And what you may not have known is your soul has a shape. There are 17 shapes for souls. So your soul has a shape, your soul has a color, your soul has a name, which is a sound frequency with colors in it. Get to know your sacred geometry, your sacred soul signature, and the colors which resonate with you. You are made up of this. You will know it in your meditation. Call for this part to be opened into you. In your physical body, there are many energetic points. Not only chakras, there are 144 chakras in the body. Not just 7. And your chakras are tied into the chakras of the dragons. For dragons were the original beings who came to the planet when the planet was created, and they set up the first foundational energy, the crystalline consciousness, which is awakening at this time. Your DNA is tied into the dragons. Why do you think the movie Avatar came? For the Galactic Federation knew the Hollywood can make a big difference by imprinting the subconscious mind of people, telling them that there are other civilizations, there are other people living, and there are dragon beings. When more and more people accept dragon as a part of the reality, they will appear. Every human being is aligned with one dragon. Find this alignment. Every human being is aligned with one star, one smell, one flower, one plant, one crystal, one color. Their alignment for you. Find this alignment, for their supporting energies waiting for you. And dragons are incredible beings. They carry the rays of God. The first ray, second ray, third ray. The most important rays. What is the first ray? The will of God for me. That means my soul's will is my will. The second ray, the wisdom of my soul and the love of my soul. And the third will, the power to manifest and integrate this. This is called a threefold flame in one's heart. If you look at Master Yashua, you see this flame coming out from his heart. I am one with my Father. It means I am one with my soul. And this will is a beautiful pink flame in the heart. That my soul's love and wisdom, blue color flame, yellow color flame, the power to manifest. For example, if you know why you are born, what's my soul purpose? Most people does not know. When you meditate on the will, you will realize what's your soul purpose. Then how will you manifest in a physical reality? Using the wisdom of your soul to manifest in the physical reality. This is why these three flame very, very important. It's called the first three rays of God. And all the rays are embedded on the back of the dragon. The fourth ray, understanding God through nature, beauty, painting, arts, music. The fifth ray, understanding God through medicine, engineering, technology, science, robotics. Sixth ray, devotion. Seventh ray, the power to transmute. Come back to these rays. They are within you. Join with the dragon. Join with your body. Come back to yourself. And one of the easiest way to do is through sound frequency. Why? Because sound is the first sense you develop within you. Sound cuts through the mind, unconscious mind, subconscious mind, and go direct to the superconscious mind. Let's say you have plaques on your teeth. You brush your teeth. How do you remove the plaques on your mental body, emotional body, spiritual body? Using sound. The universe is created through sound. In the beginning was the word was sound. Any sacred sound you feel appropriate, toning, chanting, all can help you. There's another reason why we do toning or chanting. The human mind is controlled by thoughts, and people cannot control thoughts. But if you do not control thoughts, one thought will spiral down, take you to other thought down. But if you were to bring a high-powered sound or a chant or a mantra and do it just for 90 seconds, because it's a high-frequency thought or high-frequency energy, the old thought which is controlling will lose its grip. And now there are certain sound which is calibrated with the frequencies of Mother Earth. Yes, if you go to Egypt, you will see Every temple, there is a lot of carvings of the kings and the priests and everywhere. Everybody carrying a tuning fork, a long tuning fork. You will see in almost all the temples, this tuning fork. They knew the power of sound. And if you go to the greatest place in Egypt, the king's chamber in the Great Pyramid, inside this chamber, there is no carvings at all because that is calibrated with the 432 megahertz frequency of Mother Earth. So when you chant using these frequencies, you are not only rebalancing yourself, you are rebalancing Mother Earth. There are meridian points in the body which gets blocked. What happens? Energy does not flow. When you go to acupuncture, they remove these blockages. Same way, there are meridian points on the Mother Earth's body, which is also blocked. So when you heal yourself, you are healing Mother Earth, for you are part of Mother Earth. Many people march, they do demonstration, let's save Mother Earth. Yes, it is good, but with anger. When you smile, Mother Earth is healed. When you are good to yourself, Mother Earth is healed. When you are kind to other person, Mother Earth is healed. Because what you do affects Mother Earth big time. So whatever you do, you are helping Mother Earth. Remember that you are part of Mother Earth and you have a duty to support Mother Earth. Now there are many other energies in the physical body which is dormant and which must be awakened to attain higher levels of consciousness. Meditation is one way, but that's only one way. Many beings cannot meditate no matter how much they try. There are very, very simple ways of meditation, simple ways of connecting with the God. You will say, how come? If you look at the world, sister, look at last 5,000 years, how it has grown, developed. Everything is changing nowadays, you see. Science, engineering, technology, transportation, medicine, everything is changing, is it not, sister? Better, faster. Look at phones. Did you think that you will have a smartphone as small as you can put in your pocket before 20 years? Well, look at the computers in 1970. Huge, big ones now. But one thing never changed, Holly. Religion never changed. It stayed the same. There is no relevance in what Masters taught 2000 years back. It was taught during that time period when the consciousness of the people and the planet was so low. A truth is what is so now. You are an evolving being, is it not, sister? Evolving every day. An evolving mind requires evolving truth, sister. Is it not?
Yes.
So there are new ways of coming, connecting with the spirit now, much faster, much quicker. But of course, the old established religion, they will not accept it. They may want to crucify you. But we would like to show you some simple stuff. If you want to just move your left hand like this, left hand. Yeah, two fingers, a little bit up. And right hand, just like this, right hand in front of your heart. Yes, just two fingers. Right hand also. And lift your left hand a little bit up. If you just close your eyes and just normal breathing. In a matter of minutes, you will see that your thoughts has become very, very little and there is no thoughts. your mind will go empty. Thank you. You can bring your hand down now. How do you actually 10 minutes equals 5 hours of sitting meditation. You will see your mind become empty, completely still, and a void. This void is the place of God. Very simple, you see. So what we are trying to do is, when we do on the physical body, it affects the whole mental body, emotional body, spiritual body. So people who cannot sit down to meditate the old ways, this kind of simple stuff. Actually, this is called universal light, connecting to the universal light of Lord Melchizedek. Sometimes you will feel like you are being pulled up. You can do it sitting down, lying down, and there is no rule, there is no condition. Simple things. Now we come to DNA. Your DNA is affected by your thoughts. Your thoughts affect the genes, and the genes affect the DNA. But what most people do not realize or understand it is, there are many DNA which need to be deactivated. Hundreds of DNA need to be deactivated. And one of the most important DNA to be deactivated is the DNA of poverty consciousness, Holly. There's a DNA shaped like a black lotus, 2 inches on the left-hand side, 2 inches to the left, underneath your belly button. Now, this black lotus is active in almost all the people. When it's very active, they will always have money challenges in their life. Even if they work 3 jobs, no money. Always struggling for money. As you know, people even fight for $1. No money, always struggling. On the other side, even if they have money, they are more greedy, they want more, they're afraid of losing the money. You must deactivate this DNA. Very important. You can call on your guides to help you support. Now, this DNA is shaped like a black lotus. It has only 4 petals on it. Thick, dark petals. You must take it out without using your hand. You can call on your guides to help you, and they may give you the tools. Maybe Archangel Michael can give you his sword. You take this, cut it out, but you must pull the roots out. But when you do it many times, there can be discomfort in the body, pain, diarrhea, nausea, because we have lived with this DNA for thousands of years. And then once you pull this out, breathe into that part of the body, and you will see a sacred geometry appearing there. So you have removed something, you are imprinting with something new. A sacred geometry could be a spiral, a triangle, a square, anything in a beautiful color. Breathe into it every day. You will see a big, big shift in your life. Second thing is, why are we not able to manifest? We have prayed, we have meditated, we have done affirmation, we have taken classes, we have done workshop, but nothing seems to materialize. Is it not sister for many? Only one person is making a lot of money, the person who is selling the program. Look at Tony Robbins. You know Tony Robbins? How many people go to his work? Thousands of people. But no money. Tony Robbins makes a lot of money. Or the people who write the books. Of course. Why? 2 things. Belief system plays a big role. But most important is their thoughts are scattered. To manifest something, the thought must be vertical thoughts. And the thought must be anchored into the ground, because everything in the world comes from Mother Earth's body, is it not? Your house, your clothing, your food, everything. So you want to manifest something, manifest into the earth. The thoughts must be vertical thought going into the earth. Also, you have grid lines in your physical body. Now, your body represents Mother Earth's body, is it not? And Earth has many grid lines, important grid line. Same way, human beings has 12 important grid lines in your body. And where are the grid lines existing? Right underneath where the hip and the thigh joints, there are 12 grids. So you must anchor into the grid. First, activate the grid and anchor whatever you want to create into this grid, because this grid represents Mother Earth. You are anchoring into yourself, you see. This grid are just the same grid which exists on the Earth plane. Archangel Michael's grid. Starting. Activate these grids. And whenever you want to manifest anything, all the thoughts, bring it into the grid. Whenever you meditate, you feel good, bring it into the grid. Whatever you want to do, bring it into the grid, because this is Mother Earth. You are a representation of Mother Earth. You will see, you'll be able to manifest many things. The other important DNA, this is all tied into DNA. The other important DNA you must deactivate is the DNA of the voice. Because we have misused our voice to harm people, to hurt people, to manipulate people, to distorted lies. There are 12 important DNA on the physical body which need to be deactivated, and there are other hundreds of DNA on the etheric body which need to be deactivated. We need to deactivate the DNA in the hands, which we use our hand to create, harm people, use violence using our hands. When you activate that, you will deactivate it, and then you will open the DNA of your hands. I give you a small example. Bring your hand like this, sister. Left hand. And point your right hand like this. Keep your, just rotate. Just rotate. Clockwise. You may start to feel some energy between your palm, in the right palm. Do you feel some energy, some tinkling, something?
Yes.
You can stop it.
I feel it moving, going all the way into my arm, down my body already.
Exactly. You can stop it now. You know, if you do this exercise, simple, 8 minutes a day, this can help you to, your emotional balance can be there. If you do for 49 days, every day for 8 minutes, 25% of emotional baggage which you have brought from past life can be healed right away. Simple. On your shoulders, you have 2 important DNA and 2 chakras too. The chakras are called Alpha and Omega. But you have your karmic chakra is here on your shoulder. This is why karmic chakra energy flows through your shoulders into your palms, creating lines in your hands, you see. It flows into the back of the body. So when you have right hip pain, it's coming from your father's 7 generations of karmic energy. When you have left hip pain, coming from mother's 5 generations of karmic energy. Karma can easily be changed, can be shifted. Karma is not set in stone. Just do your hand like this, sister, just like this. You can twist it if you want, it's up to you. Or anyway, bring it like this on your shoulders. If you do for 21 days for 15 minutes each, you will see a massive shift in your life. When you do it, you will start feeling first a heaviness and then a relaxing.
Yeah, my shoulders just dropped an inch.
Simple stuff, sister. But so what you are doing is you are changing in your body. Simple thing. And you can teach anybody. And plus, the beautiful thing is there's not have any religious denomination to that. Okay. So like this, there are 65 different positions in the body to deactivate many of the karmic energies which affects our DNA. And one other important DNA which we carry is in our, what to say, calf, CALF area, which is the leg and the between the legs.
Mm-hmm. Calf.
Yes. This is the energy of the curses. Although cursing is not at this time more predominant, but it was a big part of life in all cultures in the previous times. People used to curse, and people believed in the curses, and we all carry the energy of curses or black magic, all that kind of stuff. It's on the calf area. We need to release it. So what happened is this energy prevents us from exploring new territories or new ideas in our life. We try to stay in the comfort zone because the unknown is very scary for us, you see. It prevents us from moving forward. Now, this is the place of the energy of the animal spirit, the horse. The horse is tied into. But if you look at a horse, it needs to run and explore new territories. The energy of the animal spirit horse is tied into the stable. It cannot move, you see. So we just try to stay there. So if you look at many people's lives, their lives are like a small flower pot. They stay there. They're afraid of venturing into the unknown. You know that, sister? They will say, yes, but how many people are really, I'm going to try any new things, explore new countries? No, many people like to stay in their own little country. Or they just don't want to go outside the little zone. You know what I mean? There's fear of the unknown. When you remove it, you become an explorer in your life. Exploring not out of exploring for the part of that yourself, your soul want to explore and discover new things, sister. You develop more courage in your life. Challenge the belief system you are holding within yourself. Because fear blocks us from moving forward. Is it not, sister?
Yes, what I saw was more like an exploration, like a child through a child's eyes.
Exactly. See, child are very exploration energy till 5 to 8 years. Then the parent will try to control them to make them normal, not natural. Natural is exploration. But then, we try to train them in their mind. You have to do this, you have to do this. And they lose their naturalness, is it not, sister? But just imagine when 4 5 years, what they do? They sit in front of the television or write down on the carpet. They start drawing things, writing things, is it not? Beautiful imagination, but then we try to shut it down. Remove this energy of DNA there. Now, for the last part, I would like to offer to awaken the awesome power within you. This is the power Yoda from the Star Wars said, awaken the force of the Kundalini. And what is this Kundalini? It's a primordial life force from which all creations came from. And once you fully integrate this Kundalini, all the 12 layers, you attain liberation, you finish the reincarnation cycle. This is the purpose of life itself. Every human being is born here for this particular time because the planetary energy is very high at this time. It will give us an opportunity to have ascension. So what is ascension? When you fully self-realize that each and every cell of your body realizes that you are light and you are God, and you bring back all the lost, fragmented parts of back to yourself. So I'm going to make some sound at this time. I would like you to close your eyes, and all who are listening, Some of you may feel snakes around you, but do not be afraid. How are you, sister?
Oh, I feel amazing. Yeah, I really felt the movement all the way up my spine to the back of my head, and then to the third eye, through like the pineal gland, and then out. It was like truly amazing.
Thank you very much, sister. Before we go, uh, Archangel Gabriel want to just say to you two things to you. My sister, this is Gabriel. It is time to write your book. You know that. You have been postponing many times. You know that, is it not, sister?
Yes, I'm actually crying right now. Yeah.
You must bring it out. Put an intention that before 2019 it will be written, published.
2019.
Yes, you will. Yes, you must bring it out.
Okay.
And second thing, the world is waiting for you. Yes, you are doing good, great work, but we also encourage you to step into the role of teaching, giving workshops. You know that already.
Yes.
Third thing, it's also time to think about 2 times or 3 times per year, you will take people to power spots in the world, to Tikal and other power spots. This is part of your life journey. This is part of the life contract you have come. Yes, some will find the salvation through your broadcast. Some will find salvation through sacred vortexes. Some would find salvation in a workshop with other group of people. In that, you would complete your circle. Now you are doing one part. You have 3 other parts to do. And we are with you. We will support you. We love you greatly for who you are and who you are becoming. For there is love of God in your heart. Bring people back to God. Tell them they are God, goddess indeed. Show them more than they are willing to see themselves. That is a true teacher who goes into one's heart and pulls out and says, this is you, who you are. That's the greatest gift we can give other human being, to show them more than they are willing to see themselves. We bless you, Archangel Gabriel with the Metatron. Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Every time we connect, I'm always in tears. You are just an earth angel, a walking master here. And I thank you for the time that we have shared together, and what you truly bring to the earth realm for all of us, and for all the work that you do. And like I said, your lineages of divine grace, because every time I feel you, we're together, like there's just like a pour of unconditional love and divine grace, that is truly, truly beautiful. And
Thank you, sister. Love you
thank
great.
you for thank you so much for taking the time to be here.
Actually, I'm leaving tomorrow to Egypt with the 41 people from 50 countries.
Yes.
Great. So stay in touch, sister.
Many, many blessings on your journey, and from the Most High, from the Most High.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stay in touch, okay? Good.
Yes, definitely.
Great. Thank you, sister. Great. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.